neutral site was the one people disagreed with the most. They said Warmack was saying how it's not fair to that city who, they never make the finals and all of a sudden it's in neutral. They have to pay an extra amount of money to travel just to get there. I don't think the NBA fans would care
but
to do that.
my pushback to that is those fans can't afford to go to the finals in their own city anyway. Right. So the average ticket price for the Indiana
Oklahoma City, I actually looked it up. Sorry to cut you off, Paul. It was up $530 was the lowest ticket price.
And you know what the regular season ticket prices are? $43. Right. So you've got to ask yourself, how can you afford to pay that locally? You can't. So the people who end up going to those games are the people who are not even the fans. Right. I mean, I hate to say it, but it's the reality. But it also got to go a step further. They don't have this problem in soccer. They don't have this problem in the NFL. The fans that want to be there will be there.
So what do you have when you have a situation where there's a finals where there's no LeBron, there's no Steph, there's no KD? You know what I mean? There's players that you are not necessarily familiar with. You even got the MVP and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Like, not too many people are. If you're not the casual basketball fan, isn't that familiar with them. So yes, and I agree with the fact that a neutral site would be highly beneficial because you think about it. You got like you said, they got a chance to do something with them courts. Even the playing tournaments, I hate how them courts look. But every time I turn on a playing game, I know it's a playing game because they got them ugly ass courts on there, right? So you're able to do that. If you're able to do a neutral site, you have a week and a half. What the finals is usually 4 games, so a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks, right? Somewhere along those lines. Yep. You are able to bring in a whole bunch of people, look what All-Star Weekend does. You're able to put those events together just for the weekend. Now you have, I think Paul threw it out in the chat. What if they do something like Vegas? You know what you could do with game 1 on a Thursday and game 2 on a Sunday? And now you got game 3 coming up later in this week. You got one batch of people coming in for game 1 and 2. Now you got a whole new batch of people rolling through town for game 3 and 4, somewhere along those lines. Carl, correct me if I'm wrong. Does the NBA do a media day for the finals?
They do. They have media days. Like
I ain't heard it. I ain't see
it. If you watch NBA TV, it's there. It's there. You really got this year. I didn't see it around, but
you know what? NFL Super Bowl media day is a thing. They moved media day to the prime time. It's an 8:00 event now. So why are we not doing something somewhere along those lines? All right, I understand if you don't want to do a neutral site, but then you could do a media day. How many days was off between the finals and the conference finals?
1 week.
You could have did a media day in each